Sydney was the centre of the insurance broking world last week. As part of the World Federation of Insurance Intermediaries annual World Council, the heads of national broker associations from across the globe met for broad-ranging talks on the biggest issues facing the industry. The rise of global regulations was the hottest topic at the NIBA-hosted event.
Well, regulation, particularly since the financial crisis, has only been going in one direction, upwards, unlike the business all the time. But regulation as a business being in has been a good business for the last, 7 or 8 years. I think there's a cycle involved in this, and it's very interesting to sit here, to come to Australia, to hear your regulator here explaining their approach to things, but also see that they're conducting a review. So they're really just standing back and saying, have they been effective for the last 15 years? Do we need more regulation? Do we need better regulation? I actually think we're just passing that peak now in the cycle. We've got over the shock of the financial crisis, and we're asking, are we getting value for money in consumer terms?
It's important as our economies are being globalized and free trade agreements are being implemented. I see that Australia is negotiating with China now on a new trade agreement. The international borders are becoming fuzzier every day. And in a global economy, whether it's insurance products or whether it's goods that are manufactured, are going to flow across borders in increasing ease. And that includes what we do as insurance brokers.
We are the, let's say, intermediaries' voice, worldwide intermediaries' voice to these bodies, and we try to share with them our experience, our views, our positions on how intermediaries should be regulated perhaps, or should not be regulated. So we try to be the voice and to defend, to promote the interests of intermediaries from around the globe, and we believe that increasingly it's necessary to be active at that level.
One of the things that I've learned since joining NIBA is the amount of activity that is happening at the international level. Meetings of international regulators, that's prudential regulators and market regulators. This is happening on a very regular basis. It is just so important that from the NIBA perspective, from the Australian perspective, we are aware of what the regulators are discussing, and if possible, we actually have an opportunity to influence some of those discussions as they develop their thinking and as they start to roll out regulatory proposals. Now, we can't do that as NIBA, but we can certainly do that through the World Federation.